my ass, Buck here. I take this time to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're doing all right. Tonight, Buck's revisiting our fishing planet Thanksgiving Golden Turkey Rush. So, pull up a chair. I'm going to take just a couple of minutes, go over what happened, what's going on here with the Thanksgiving event. Everything pretty much is what I wanted to do. I was able to do the event again on the Steam account. Okay, so you guys all know that that's my no money spent account. So I'm trying to do everything without spending a dime over there. It could be pretty tough at times, but we did it. We got this one done. Actually, it took me on my level 80 account last year. It took me 3 days, I think. But of course, I was doing videos and recording. I didn't have to do any videos this time. But what I wanted to do, since I had a chance to do the mission over again, was I actually just took my videos and followed them. I wanted to make sure that everything was still good because I didn't produce any videos this year, folks. So I took my videos, I followed them to the T, and I made notes on any changes that I needed to do. There was nothing major that would have required me to change the video, actually bring it down and record another one. So everything's still good. The videos are still good. Most of the stuff we're going to talk about tonight are just little changes in the game, things that are different. I did this time around at level 59 on Steam. No special polls, no DLCs, nothing. So the only difference is the sticks I was using. So we're going to talk about that. It's going to take not too long, maybe 5-10 minutes to drop down through the 10 waterways, maybe 20. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So you ain't got that up ready to go, Buck, like normal. I never have anything ready to go. All right, so we're gonna hit these guys. Quick down. We'll just start from Lone Star and run all the way down to San Joaquin. A couple of changes, just kind of hit on some of the better points. I'm going to call this video, when I produce it up there, it's going to be basically tips and tricks. So go about that, and let's get started with that. All right, what do you say? All righty, guys, let's talk about the first one right off the bat. Lone Star. Lone Star was pretty much the same. Nothing we had to deal with over that was important. Remember there, either number 4, number 6 hook for Lone Star. Okay, that's what you want. And you want to fish these guys off the bridge. So you go over by where your worms are over there, and you just hit that lily pad, and you'll catch all of them right off there on the top of that lily pad. Like I said, number 4, number 6 off the bridge. And this was the one where we needed shiners, a sunfish, and what was it, the bluegill. So no big deal there. Then it was off the Les Nye Villa. Now, last year in my videos, Les Nye Villa gave me a lot of trouble. I went crazy over that thing. Well, learned a little bit this year, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Les Nye Villa right off the bat. All right. So, here's a Les Nye map here, okay? Now, here's the deal with Les Nye. You want to fish that deep hole right there. If you look at what I got up on the screen right now, see where I got the markers on each end of that deep hole. That's where you want to do this. And I figured out the way to do this because it took me so long last year because I was dumb. All right, here's what you want to do. You want to hit that thing at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. because that's basically, this lake only hits from like 5 to 6:30. Actually, you need to. It's a shame you can't fast forward soon enough, and I even had premium account. So what you want to do there is you want to hit that hole right there where my marker's at. Throw just at the beginning, right in that beginning of that hole. Hit that deep hole from 5 o'clock until you can fast forward to the next morning. You just fish it until you can fast forward and fast forward to the next day, 5 o'clock, and hit that hole again. Only fish the mornings. Les Nye does not bite after that. If you'll waste time, and that's what I did last year. I wasted my time. It took me a year to figure out Les Nye. All right, guys. So don't waste your time. Fish it. Just fish it until you can fast forward and go to the next morning right away. That'll work for this guy right there. All right. So what's the next down there? Mudwater. Now, Mudwater, I didn't have anything. I don't have nothing to show you from Mudwater there, so we'll leave that one up. Now, Mudwater, here's the deal. You got to drift fish. Same as the video I did in the video. I did the same thing, and I had more poles last year than I did. And this is a bait killer too, because what happens here is the channel cats are about 4-to-1, 3-to-1. They're gonna get your baits. They ate a lot of my bait up when I hit Mudwater. So remember that. You're going to lose a lot of bait there to the channel cats. So you want to remember that. And again, it's, these guys are 1-aught hooks, 98 inches down. Just throw it as deep as you can with these telescopic rods and just let it float and you'll pick them up. It's just a bait killer. All right. Rocky Lake. Rocky Lake, I had to buy bait. I think a lot of that had to do with what was going on with Mudwater, but Rocky Lake is a lot of trout. It will eat your bait. I actually had to buy bait at Rocky Lake. All right, so let's talk about that a little bit. There was a big change in it this year. Last year, you had to get 7 of these trophies. 7 of them. You only need 3 this year. That's it. 3 trophies. 3? Did I put 4 up? 3 trophies. So that's how. But you know why they did that is because they've tightened up Fishing Planet, so you can't catch fish like you used to. It got tougher. So I'm glad to see that they did that. So that dropped down from 7. So in the video, if you looked at my last year's video, if you're watching my last year's stuff, we had to catch 7 of them. You only need 3 this year. No problem there. What did I say? Float rods worked last year. They work this year. So as long as you got a telescopic rod equipped, you can use float rods too. And you can get a 23-footer. If you get that 23-footer, like I went out there this year, I didn't have a whole lot of, no money, no DLCs. So I bought a couple of those Caesars, 23-footer to 10-pounders. And, put a 12-pound line on there and run 12-pound test on it. It worked. I mean, you can put an egg bobber on there, and you can get right out there at Rocky, all the way out to the hole. So that was the difference there. I was forced because I was, level 8, I had all these fancy poles, 13-pounders. That's what I was going for. But these 10-pound pole, that 10-pound Caesar, if you rig it up right, you can deal with it. And I did it this year. Okay, so no problem there. Go with the Caesars, or 23-footers. Throw an egg bobber on what they call. I call them egg bobbers. They're pear-shaped bobbers is what they call them in the game. That's what you want to go with. So that worked out real good for me. Again, this is a real bait killer. I had to buy 15 and 12 bait coins for this guy, okay? So, what are you going to do? All right, next guy up, Neherrin, was where we had to go next, was Neherrin for carp. Now, for here, Neherrin for carp, this is my video, same for last year, worked pretty good. Again, hooks on there, number 2 up to a 1-aught. I think I ran 1-aught. Just about. Last year I was running number 2s. This year I ran 1-aught. And it worked. You want to be 23 inches to 33 inches down at that spot. If you fish my spot with the video, that's where I was at, 22 to 23 inches down. Now this is another bait killer here a bit. Trophy bluegill will eat your stuff up. That's the problem there. Trophy bluegill in that particular spot. I got down to my last bait, pulled the last carp out to hit the 26-pound limit there, whatever it was, 25-pound, whatever we had to have in there. What I ended up with was 14 carp and 14 bluegill. And it ate my bait. I was, like I said, down to the last one. So there's a little tip there. That's what you're going to deal with right there. So then we moved off to Ghent-Terneuzen, Bent Canal. Last year, I had real problems. I think it took me 2 days or something to get all those bream. Not the issue this year. Walked in, dropped in right at the Urban Paradise right there, where I tried last year, the first one. So the only change to my video is I was down by the sewer pipe last year. This year I was even hitting in the rain, just walked straight down, threw straight out right there, drift fished out there, just with these telescopic rods, not a problem. Now, what happens is, though, you got to go down because you have to catch bream under 100, 1.65, I think, something like that. Anyway, you got to go down to a number 10 hook, just like I did in the video. Go down to a number 10. You're all right there. I was even in the rain, but what you want to do is fast forward. These bream hit at 1,800 hours, 6 o'clock at night for you non-military folks. Okay, 1,800 hours, hit the urban paradise right there, and you'll grab them all up real fast. I didn't have that issue, and again, that's, I think, is a little bit of RNG. Last year, I was up and down that river trying to find these bream to hit. They didn't hit at urban paradise. This year, I tried, naturally, I'm going to hit it at first because that's where most of them congregate, and I nailed it. So that was, again, could have been conditions. I was in the rain this year, and it worked out pretty well for me there. All right, what's next on the list? Oh, Tiber. Tiber did me in last year, guys. Folks, Tiber did me in. I actually quit and went and did the other events. The other waterways and come back to Tiber. I was all bent out of shape in Tiber. I couldn't do it. All right, but I think that's the next thing on the list here. Here's my Tiber this year. Unbelievable. Went in there, threw the rod stand down, same spot, same everything, and there's my net. As you can see, I didn't catch another fish. I mean, bang. Just that's all it worked. I spent 2 or 3 days with Tiber last year trying to catch these fish with all these fancy 13-pound poles, all these DLC poles. A couple of Caesars knocked it out in no time. All right, I mean, it was just, that's it. I mean, again, RNG. So guys, that's what. And again, for the Tiber, I went in there with 18 corn. Here now, these Tiber. Now, what I fished these, my setup there was number 4 hooks, 33 inches down. Okay, number 4 hook, 33 inches down. That's what I grabbed all those guys on. All right. Then we went off to Quanskin. Quanskin, did I have something for Quanskin? Oh yeah, I think I do. Try that. Is that the next one in line there? Smallmouth buffaloes, I believe so. So Quanskin was next that we needed to do. I had 17 golden corn going in there. You needed trophies and unis. 1/0 hooks, 33 inches down, 33 to 36 inches down. My video from last year was right on the money. I went to the same spot. Grabbed them up lickety split. I mean, there's my net. In and out of there in no time. So, again, depth's not so much. That was my depth. That's what I ran at. And there was no issues with Quanskin whatsoever. All right. Now, St. Croix. I don't think I did anything with St. Croix. St. Croix. Oh, St. Croix was a little bit rough. For me this year, until I figured it out right away. I was being kind of dumb off the bat. So I went to St. Croix. I ended up, I had to buy bait at St. Croix. I got eaten up there. I went in there with 19. Because you go in there and, you get 15 every time. So when you find your corn, you get 15 more. So I had 19 after the corn. So I had 4 left over from Quanskin. So 19 going in. Trout, brook, brown, and tiger. That's what you needed, okay? However, you needed 10 of these guys last year. 10. You only need 5 this year. 5 of each. So that was a good deal there. My video still holds true. Hit that buoy up there, right up from the Colburn. Just walk up the river and hit that second buoy down. Again, these Caesars got out there. And at this point also, I had Majesty. I had a Phoenix with me. I mean, a match rod. So I had my Phoenix with me too. So I had 2. I had a Troy out there that's only, it didn't throw as far. It was a Troy 11-pounder. But it's 19-footer. It's not 19 something. So I had 2 Caesars out there in that Troy. That's what I did this whole event with, and a Phoenix match rod. So I did the whole event with those 4 sticks. 2 Phoenix, 1 Phoenix, 2 Caesars, and a Troy. And that did it for me. So with St. Croix there, you want to have 1 on hooks, 98 inches down. You hit in front of that as far as you can throw out towards um, that buoy out there, the metal buoy that floats out there in the video. Throw as far as you can. And again, it's like mud water. Let it drift float. Throw to the left of that. Throw to the left of that buoy, and just throw every one of them to the left, and let them come down across there. Normally, they'll hit right before they even get to the buoy. You don't have to float them very far. I mean, they hit. It's just a matter you need 5 of each. You need 5 of the tiger, 5 of the brook, and 5 of the brown. And I caught a lot of brown trout, which is a lot of fun on those 10-pound telescopic rods. A lot of fun. So that was a lot of fun there. All right, so that was St. Croix. What was that? Last on the list was San Joaquin. Now, San Joaquin, this was like the roller coaster, easy pickings here. All you need is the apple baskets over there and 1 unicarp. Well, it's just, I don't know. I catch a lot of unicarp. That's how I farm California. That's what I farm for. The unicarp, the trophy carp, and trophy and uni striped bass. And it's all off of that one little peninsula right there. And of course, the sturgeon. And when I farm there, it's 2 poles at the sturgeon, 1 at the carp, and 1 at the striped bass. And that's how I make all my money in this game. That's my favorite farming spot right there. So I knew this was going to be kind of easy going in there. And sure enough, it was. Walked in there. Actually had a Majesty with me. So that counted. I didn't even, I had the telescopics in my bag mounted up with the corn, which was fine. I never even pulled that out. I mean, I had 3 bottom rods and 1 Majesty, the float rod. All I was going after was the park. And it was the first cast. The uni hit the first time. In fact, I got 2 of them out of there. 2 unis that fast and left. So, not a big deal there. The video works pretty good, so I didn't need to change anything there. I went into San Joaquin with 17 because I had to buy at St. Croix. But I still ended, I think I have 16 left. I only needed 1 of those corns and I hit the uni. I mean, that was it. The very first cast. So I still think I have 16 left. But all in all, the event's fun. The event is a lot of fun. Have fun at it. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun with it. Sorry it took me so long to get this out, but I did this in 1 session this time. I was kind of tired. So I sat down at noon yesterday, and I ran it till took me a little over 10 hours. A little over 10 hours, and completed it. So you can do it, and you don't need all the big fancy poles. So have fun with it. Thanks a lot for watching. Hey guys, the community's really growing, and you guys are doing that for me. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. Keep it up. Spread the word. Shoot some videos out there. Maybe we'll grow the family a little bit more. Well, y'all have a great holiday, and we'll see you later. Listen to the cricket sing, the rattle of the dog chain. Listen to the southbound breeze just creeping through the trees and the creak of the weather vane. Sitting in a lawn chair, sitting up a little prayer. I need some answers tonight. Turn my troubles down low.